Hello and welcome to my demo of my app I Need an Adult. I Need an Adult is a program that I made in order to assist in tracking tasks and events, both personal and amongst other users. Users begin by creating a new account here. They begin by creating a username, which has a validation on here to make sure that it's at least 6 letters long. It then has a validation on the password to ensure that the password is at least 8 characters, contains upper and lowercase, has special characters and numbers. These validators engage as soon as you meet the minimums, and then once you no longer meet the minimums, it will continue to show the validation or lack thereof. From there, you're going to put in the email address, which also has a validator with the same logic as the password. And from there, you can see we can then create an account. Now, after an account has been made, you can go over to your email and see that an email validation has been sent. And then once we confirm this email, it will then send a signal back to the database using the encrypted key that is sent with this email in order to validate that this email address exists and that this prospective user has access to it. In order for this newly created user to log in, they only need to put in their email and password here, and again we have validators to show that we're meeting the minimum specs when a user is logging in, and from there they should be able to log into the actual application. Now this is a new user who has nothing in here, so I'm going to go ahead and reseed my database. Okay, so this is what a new user would be greeted with after they'd put a couple of events in. You can see that we can add new events. Just do a quick test one right here, and we can say it's from the 23rd at 1:30 p.m. to the 23rd at 2 p.m. Event description, test an app. Event location, here. Contact me. We can add that to our new calendar here. Once you're in here, you can see that everything can be edited, including the times and the dates. Get that over here. We can even mark it as private, which we'll see why that's important later. Okay, so now that I can edit these things, I can also show why these are useful to see in different views. This comes with a few different things. We can see that we can compare things based on day, week, or the agenda, which puts them all in a row after one another. But another big thing is that we can look at other users that have given us permission to see their events. Now, we won't be able to see any of these users' private events, which is why we have this option down here. These drop-downs will remove any particular colors that have already been selected elsewhere to avoid any kind of doubling up. And as you can see, we cannot edit or alter any of these, and everything here is dynamically displayed based on the user. Additionally, users have the ability to utilize a to-do list. The to-do list gives a series of tasks, each with the location, contact duration, and the due date for it. But also we have the ability to add prereqs based on other projects. So for instance, before I begin eating healthy, I'm going to decide I'm going to research cat trees. Now, before I can actually begin eating healthy, I have to finish researching cat trees, which, if I complete that, will automatically remove it from the prereq list. Now, these are dynamic, meaning that the prereqs cannot be doubled up on. They will automatically be removed from the appropriate list whenever added, and they, of course, have the ability to be removed again. The duration of each task is settable by the user, but when you add prereqs, the durations add up. And then, if you're filtering by the duration, it is utilizing this total number as opposed to this number here. Alternatively, you can check it out by due date in order to see what's coming up soonest. We can also add tasks. Okay. Test, test, test. Well, let's say this takes a good 5 minutes to produce, which takes much longer, but whatever. We'll add that. And down here somewhere, do a demo video. And here it is. It's able to be prereqed, and it is able to be added as a prereq. Now, earlier we talked about being able to see other people's events. That is done through here. So co-planners allow people to see other people's events. Now, these are the people that I can see right now. If I remove Janet and go to my calendar, Janet is no longer going to be available to me. But let's say that I wanted to get that ability back. What I would have to do is put the email address of the person who is using this app that I want to see their events and send it over to them. And then at that point, they would get another verification email that they would have to approve in order to give me the authority to see their non-private events. So that's the gist of the app. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in.